Hey, Bolo Buddies, thanks for watching. So I have 12 items for you, and these are 12 of my personal Bolos, items that I bought low and sold high, and that I feel were good enough that I wanted to share, and that I think you guys should be on the lookout for things that you can pick up at garage sales or estate sales or, just Craigslist. People source on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. There's lots of places. Auctions, I've seen a lot of auctions. Since I've been doing the featured sellers, I am learning of new places to source, places I didn't think about that I need to be looking into. Most of my items come from garage sales. All right, so let's get started here. So my first item, and this is not a huge bolo, but it's definitely something to pick up if you can get it cheap. I can't remember if I paid $3 or $5 for this. I'm guessing probably 3. I did end up taking a best offer of $20 for it, so it's not a huge bolo, but pick this up at a garage sale. So super easy to ship, super easy to list. Just put a little bit of information, good to go, flipped it, made some money. Okay, so I picked this up at a garage sale for $10, and it's super cool, but it's very complex. And this is the bigger set. This is the ultimate stunt set. They do make smaller versions, so don't be confused. If I remember correctly, I think there were a couple pieces missing, and I put all of that in for missing one of 2. I'm pointing at the picture, missing one of the 2-way cubes. So a few things were missing, but for the most part, this was pretty complete. So this person bid on this item on eBay, and they asked me if they could back out. And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put this on Mercari. And I ended up selling it for $75. So it was a win. It worked out completely fine. It went off of eBay because they didn't pay. So I just put it on Mercari and it sold really fast. All right, this next item is picked it up at a garage sale for $5. It's a Wii Fit. It's brand new in the box. I paid $5 for it and I sold it for $85. That was a fun, awesome bolo. I love it. Okay, so this is this one shipped internationally, and I took a best offer of $20. I think I paid $1 or $2 for it. It is vintage. It does have some packaging issues, but overall, I mean, the items inside the package are fine. I probably could have held out for more, but paid $1 or $2. I took the $20 and moved on. All right, so these are scrapbooking word tags. I bought these in a lot of scrapbook stuff, so I'm not sure what the breakdown was, but I got a good deal. So I ended up selling these for $21. I talked about this in one of my other videos, but I wanted to share it again. It was an awesome find. I went to a garage sale and they had Boyd's bears everywhere. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should get these. And I was going to keep some. And there were some Christmas bears. I'm like, ooh. There were ornaments. I ended up doing very well on a lot of the items, but I still have a lot of them left. But what I did is I talked to the lady and I said, I'll just give you this amount. And I can't even remember what the total amount was for everything. And she said yes. So I don't know exactly what I have in this. I'm guessing probably $30 just in this part. That's just a guess. I cannot remember, and I'm sorry. I did another video about it. I may have remembered when I did that video, so check it maybe. But I'm thinking it was around 30. But it was, I got a ton of stuff, so I paid more for all of it, but just trying to break it down for you a little bit. So I sold this for $168. Do Boyd's bears do well? If you can get them cheap for like $1 or $2 each, I say take a chance, especially the bigger ones. I knew that the Ark was a popular item and that it did well, and then I bundled it with the other items that match it. And I'm guessing somebody got this for like a baby's room or something cute like that. But $168 is what it sold for. So that was a fantastic find for me. I did have somebody ask me if I would take just sell them this. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do pictures again. And then somebody just wanted the arc. And I'm like, no, I'm not separating it. So I'm glad that I did not separate it. I held out, and the person that bought it, got a really, really nice, clean collector's condition set. Okay, so the vintage Barbie clothing. I've sold a bunch of clothing. What happened was I went to a yard sale and I bought a bunch of Barbie stuff, and I think I paid $80 for all of it, but it included like clothing and Barbie cases. It was just a bunch of stuff, and I think I paid $80, and it was really hard for me to pay $80 for it because I knew nothing about Barbies. Okay. I think like a week later, I went to another garage sale, and I talked about this in another video, and there was like a mesh laundry bag, and it was full of like doll clothes, Barbie clothes, all of that. I ended up paying $1 for all of it. I can't remember if these clothes came from that bundle or the first bundle, but either way, I have made my money back for the first lot because I sold all the Barbies, and the second lot was only $1. So even if this was from the first one, I took a best offer on this for $70. So definitely, definitely a bolo. These items are not in mint condition. They all have, you can see right here, like they're just, dirty and have issues. But to a collector, I guess they know how to clean these things and get them fixed and repaired, and it's great for a collector. All right. I got these bibs, and I sold a pair. I think the other pair I sold were Big Macs, and they went for a little more, but this brand is Vintage Liberty. I picked these up at a garage sale for $3, and I sold them for a best offer of $25. And then the Big Macs that I had, I paid $3 for those also, and I believe I sold those for $40 or $45. So vintage bibs do well, and you can see they're not in, they've got paint and stuff on them. So okay, so I picked this up at a garage sale. I want to say I paid like between $3 and $5 for it. It's a massager. It's brand new. It's not used, and it heats up. It's very, very cool. And I did test it I plugged it in to make sure that the heating element worked and everything was functioning. Like I said, I paid $3 to $5. It was at a garage sale, and I sold it for $49.80. It did not sell super quick, but it did sell, and for a very good profit margin. So definitely be on the lookout for those. All right, so I picked this little guy up at a garage sale, and I think I paid $2 for him. And he has all of his tools. He's got a little toolbox. He also has this little tape measure, which I could not find, and I found it, so I added it to the listing. But it hooks right on the back, right here onto his tool belt. See that part that sticks out? That's where his tape measure sticks. So pretty cool. But yeah, so I paid $2 or $3 for it, and I sold it for $22. I took a best offer of $22. And the lady private messaged me on eBay, and she was so excited. I believe it was for her son. And so that's always fun when you know it's going to a good home. All right, so my vintage Furbies, I did a video on this also. So I picked these up at an estate sale, and the two in the front work. This third one that's in the second row by itself, I put batteries in it, and it just kept like running, and its ears were moving and eyes were moving, but it did not talk. And the four in the back, I could not wake them up. So watch my video. It's funny. I tried some things and whatnot, but I couldn't get them to work. They were sleeping. So what happened was I had I think I started this auction out at $49.99 or best offer. And immediately I had like an offer for, I think it was $25.50. I had one for $70. And the one that was for $70, I was like, oh my gosh, do I take it? What do I do? And I decided that I was going to hold off and think about it. And by the time I didn't make my decision quick enough, and somebody placed a bid for $49.99. So like for a few days I was like, oh, is it going to sell for more, or am I going to lose what I potentially could have had? But I ended up doing okay. It sold for $76.99 with 7 bids. I paid $20 for all of them. I was hoping to get more because I was hoping they were all going to work. But they ended up having, they were a little bit dirty. They needed cleaned up. So the person that bought them will probably clean them up, fix them, and sell them, which is awesome. But most of them had tags. The tags were still attached. So that was pretty cool find. All right, and my finale here is this set. And it is super, super cool. It's vintage, but it's brand new. So pretty. It took a long time to sell. It's one of those things where you just have to have the right buyer. I did have it priced high. I took it out of the package so that I could take pictures. It's a size 3, which is pretty small. I mean, you can see how small my mannequin is. The brand is Fashion Wagon, and I took a best offer of $70 for this. And I think, if I remember correctly, I paid 3, but I know I didn't pay more than 5 because I'm pretty cheap. But I got this at an estate sale. So those are my 12 bolos for the evening. And be sure to subscribe below. Check out my other bolo videos. I have lots. I also feature sellers on my YouTube channel. So basically, I do what I just did with my store with your store. So if you have items that you bought low and sold for a good profit margin, contact me. I'd love to feature you on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. And again, please subscribe below. Smash the like button if you like this video. And comment if you have any comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again.